Yeah. So basically, iPhone or maybe Apple will not allow everyone to run the apps on real device without proper permissions. Okay, in Android, you really just need not care about anything, but in iOS, you have to follow some set of instructions to trigger any app on real device, because Apple have a lot of security and it will not allow you just like that. Okay, so concept here is you have to tell to the Apple that who you are. Okay, so you have to tell that in terms of a provisioning profile. You have to create one provisional profile. You see that provisioning profile, that every developer who works on developing iOS apps has to have one provisional profile. So ideally, if you work in a team and a real project, your project will have one provision profile, and all the people who are working in that team will use that provisioning profile. Okay, so that provisional profile is mandatory for developing iOS or for testing iOS apps in your iPhone. Even for developers, it's mandatory. So when you create that provisional profile, you will get one unique bundle ID. So that unique bundle ID, you have to pass it here. That's it. So when you run your test, first of all, your iPhone will read this bundle ID and see if that is a valid one to talk to any iOS app. Okay, if this bundle ID is not proper, then your iPhone is going to reject your automation. Okay, so to get this bundle ID, you have to have one provisioning profile, and you can create that from Xcode. Okay, now you might have a question, okay, what's the big deal in it? I'll go and create provisioning profile. Do I need to sign up anywhere? No, it's not about signing up. You have to create that profile from Xcode. So that's what I mentioned in the beginning, that you need to have some Xcode knowledge to create this provisioning profile. But from QA perspective, if you are working in real project, you just need not bother about this. Just ask your team that what is the bundle ID. That's it. This is team specific. So there are people obviously who will be working to develop that iOS app, right? So when you are testing it, there should be someone who developed that. So they have taken care of all that headache to generate the bundle ID for you. So ideally for a QA, when they set in one Appium automation team for running real device testing, these details will be provided by the team, Xcode org ID and bundle ID. And this you can take from the phone which you are testing. Okay, so ask them and they'll give this, and then copy this into your Eclipse and run. That's it. That will run in your iOS device. That's all you need to do. Now question, what if they don't provide? And you have to figure it out and create your own professional profile, and you will get bundle ID out of it. And that's the deal here. So right now, I hope that you are watching this video because you want to train yourself on Appium. So no one are there here to help you with your bundle ID, right? So that's why I'm going to give some instructions for you to create this professional profile using Xcode. Just follow me. You may run into some weird errors. There is no set of common errors where I can explain you. Hopefully everything should go smooth. But if something is wrong, you can Google out, because there are a lot of forums there which can help you. But I hope that you should not get any error, because I can walk through you a set of instructions to do that. Okay. All right. So let's assume that we have to create our own bundle ID. But as I said, you just do not worry even if you stuck it here, because in real time you will get that from your developer. And if you want to face any interviews in Appium, just say that you need these 4 parameters and that's it. So that's more than sufficient for you to talk even in interview. Okay, so why this is going? Oops. I really hate Mac. I don't know why. Xcode. Did I close that? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so let me create a fresh project. File, new. Let me go this up. Project. And when you say file, new project, so currently we are creating a professional profile here. Okay, so select single view app and click on next, and here where a trick comes into picture. So product name, if you go back to the document which I initially told you, so even they are telling the same. Sometimes, yeah, they have given proper screenshot for you to work on it. Yeah, here you go. So you see that product name is WebDriver Agent Runner. So when you are creating provisioning profile, you have to tell that what kind of profile you need. Do you need any developer profile to create an app, or you need any WebDriver profile to test your app? So all those details you have to give initially, so that Xcode gives you a specific bundle ID related to your inputs. So in our case, we want a provisioning profile, but not for a development, for WebDriver. Okay, so we are creating provisioning profile for WebDriver agent, so that WebDriver will be able to talk to our real device and execute our Appium tests. Okay, so that's why product name should be WebDriver Agent Runner. So let me go back and say WebDriver Agent Runner. So this is our product name, and this is team. So right now it is none, but you have to open this and log in. So you will have, when you are in this page for first time, it will ask to you to log into your Apple account. What is your Apple account? Remember, we have created one account to get Xcode org ID. You have to provide that account. So if you are working in real time, ask your project that what is the Apple account we are using. So you have to log in with that Apple account. So obviously it will reflect here. Team is your Apple account, and organization name, this you can give anything, and this is organization identifier to identify your company or your project uniquely. So try to give unique information here, because this bundle identifier is prepared based upon your organization identifier and product name. Okay, so if I give IO dot Appium Rahul Shetty videos one, make sure it should be unique. If it is not unique, it will fail. Okay, you see that this is our ready-made bundle identifier, io.appium rsv1.webdriver agent runner, and you don't use this because I'm already using that. So you may use another bundle identifier, whatever you want. Okay, so and then click on next, and you have to tell where exactly you have to save this WebDriver Xcode project. So you can say save in this place, documents, create, and you can say there's already folder, so it's asking to replace, and that's it. So it created a project for you. And then if you see here, signing for WebDriver agent requires a development team. So open your team and select your development team, so that it will talk to them, and creating provisioning profile. You see that it's creating profile for us to invoke this WebDriver in your iPhone. Okay, so it may take time, but when you reach this page for first time, you might see some errors. So make sure you provide this team to your Apple account, and also if you see bundle identifier is not unique, then go to build settings. Let me show you that. Identifier. You can come here and give any other edit this and provide any other value to make it unique, and then come back to general again, so that error will be gone away. Okay, and make sure you give your team Apple account, and that's it. So once you do that, so your profile is created and this is your bundle ID. Take that and copy in your desired capabilities code. So now you can able to run your test on real device. But before that, there is one more thing which you have to consider. So you have to build your app which you are testing on your device first before you run your test. Let's say UI catalog app that I want to trigger on my real device. So once you are done with these 4 desired capabilities, and next build the app you want to test in the Xcode with your device. Earlier we have done this, but we have done using simulator. Okay, so you see here, this is done. You take this bundle identifier, and if you want to run the build, you can run this. So this will actually invoke WebDriver in your iPhone. When you click this, you should see that WebDriver app will just pop up on your iPhone. You see that build succeeded. Very good. And that will install WebDriver app. Okay, so there is an error which you may get like this. Verify developer app certificate. Cool. So it's giving some instructions. So what I can tell you here, whenever you are doing all this, you may get some errors, but read the description and fix it. So it's saying that open settings on your iPhone, navigate to general, profiles and device management, then select your developer app certificate to trust it. Okay, when you go follow these instructions, you will see WebDriver app in your device management, and click on the trust it link. You will have that in your iPhone. Okay, so this is self-explanatory. Read this description and act accordingly. Okay, this is one error you may get, and there may be one more error you might get when you run this build with WebDriver agent runner. So the other one is, looks something like this. Let me show you that. Yeah, untrusted developer. So you have to trust it. Okay, so you will get one more pop-up asking to trust that. Just say trust it, and that pop-up will go away. This is second error you may get. And third one, you may have to go to your settings, developer, and enable this UI automation. You have to do that in your device. Okay, so these 3 things are required from your side before you actually run this. So run for first time and see the error message and act accordingly. That's it. So I can tell you that you have to concentrate on the team ID here, and then a bundle identifier uniqueness, and the error what I shown, 3 errors. Once all done, and you see that it successfully finished running WebDriver agent on your iPhone. So now what else? Now you have to make sure your UI catalog app is compatible with your iPhone version. Okay, so for that let me again go to file, new project. You're really not required to have a project. So when you download your UI catalog app, let me go to the Finder. Yeah, so in downloads, you see this iOS UI catalog master, which I shown in the initial excerpt to download. So open this Xcode project, so which will automatically open it for you. And then once it opens automatically, earlier we have selected a simulator, but now you have to run it on your real device. So come up on top of a generic iOS device, you will see that a real device if it is connected. So right now I am not connected, so you see that no device is connected to my Mac. Let me connect it very quick and you will start seeing that. Give me a second. right? You see that now it's showing as iPhone. Earlier it says no Mac device is connected, and when I connected my device to this, it's showing as iPhone. And that's it. Run the build on your iPhone, and there is an error. It says signing for UI catalog requires your development team. Again, same error. Go and select your team. You might see add an account. You can add an account or use your existing account, and then run this again, and this will build a UI catalog app in your iOS. So when I say build, it will create an app which is compatible for your OS. If something is wrong, it will show you an error here saying that this app cannot run in your device because your OS version is not compatible with this. At that time, you have to update your OS in your iPhone to make sure you are updated. Lost connection to iPhone. Yes, I know, because my iPhone connection is little wire is little flaky today. So okay, perfect. So it successfully finished running UI catalog, and that's it. And once it finished running, okay, so go back to this icon project, and this is a dot app. This you have to dump in your real iPhone device, and this dot app is now compatible with your real device, right? Because we just ran the build, and this app is now compatible with your device. So go to the show in Finder, okay, and copy that to any location and pass that location here. You can place that in desktop. So earlier, this is compatible with simulator of iPhone version you are using. So you have used this, but now you want to run this UI catalog app on real device. So that's why first from Xcode you have built that in your real device using your provisioning profile, and then that build app, it's generated. You can, just like I have shown here, let me go back. Yeah, here in products. So place this again in desktop and pass the path so that this app will be dumped into your real device when you run this test. Alright, so these two you have to do. One is to build your WebDriver agent, another one is to build your app. That's it. Do these two things and copy your app path into your desired capability code, and then run your test, and it should invoke in your iOS device. Alright, so let's quickly recap what we have learned in this lecture so that you can remember. First, create provisioning profile. Okay, of WebDriver agent runner. Why I am doing this? Because this will give bundle ID, and then build your right how to build. Just click on that run, build in that. Yeah, you can just go and select this button to build WebDriver agent run project, and fix any errors if you face there. I have shown you 3 errors, right? That you have to go setting general and then update that. Next, build the app which you need to run on Xcode with your real device. Then it generates one .app file, right? Pass this path into your desired capabilities. That's it. So here you got because here you got bundle ID, right? You will go it and paste it here, and the app whatever you want to run, you have generated .app file for it, and you will place that in your desired capability code at this location. Oh, 1 second. Yep. So that's all you need to know. And now you can run this device. Sorry, you can run this test and that works without any issues, hopefully. Okay. So I am not running this. As I said, I have to provide all the real values here for you to show and run this test. So that's the reason I am not able to show the execution of this test, but this works. Okay, I can give you an assurance on that. And now coming back to our original question, so why do you really need to care about this? If you are a QA, you will get it from your team, so you need not worry about this all WebDriver agent provisioning profile, building that, and that gives you ID. Okay. And again, if you are a QA, you will get this .app file from your developer. You need not build that from your Xcode all the time. So when he say that the app which you are testing should be compatible with iPhone XS, then it should already be compatible. You again need not build and check if it is compatible or not. Okay, so that's what I am saying. In real time industry, whenever you are in Appium project, you will not do all this work. You will simply ask them .app file and also the bundle ID, because this bundle ID and Xcode org ID is tied up to the team, so they will provide you, and the app also the developer who developed will provide you. You will simply place all these 4 capabilities in your code and you trigger the test. So it's very easy to run your test on real device when you are working in company. But if you want to practice in your home by watching these videos, then you have to follow all this procedure to create provisioning profile, build your project in Xcode, and if you get some errors, you have to go through it. And that's what I say, that you need to have some Xcode knowledge to figure it out. So it's up to you now, but I hope this knowledge is sufficient for you to either face an interview or to work on any real project if someone gives you an assignment to trigger stuff in real device. Alright, so I will also attach the code to this lecture of this, so you can try it out and fill with your own values and run your test, and definitely it works. So that's it. That's pretty much about running on real device. Thereafter, once you provide all the capabilities, it's the same story again, and you need not change any of your iOS code. It's all the same. Only change will be in desired capability, either it's in real device or simulator. Only capabilities code will decide where your test need to be executed. So once capabilities are set, it's again same story of automating it with objects. Okay, so I hope this section will really help you to get some knowledge on real device, and I'm very sorry that I'm not showing you the execution, and I hope that you respect my privacy for this time, because I face a problem that somehow my phone got hacked in the last batch when I tried to teach this. So hope you understand. Thank you guys.